evening. Inside of him right now, we see Mullins there to the number 2. On the inside of Baines, Derek Mullins trying to get that spot back. Still looking to fight to get a lap back. He's got the freshest rubber of all these guys up here in front. Keep that in mind right now. He has a chance to get past these guys if he can hold on to it. As you see him going to the bottom of Baines. Baines allowing him to go this time. Nowhere to go. Takes his line away. That'll shorten up Baines' run for the second place spot right now. Put him back at least, my goodness, probably a good second and a half behind the 9 of LaBeouf. LaBeouf right now 2.84 seconds back behind the leader. That was last time across the stripe. Starting to get good here up front. Masako again walking away with the whole thing just to bring these guys to school tonight. LaBeouf, number 9, still kind of keeping an eye on him. Let's see if we can gather up some time here. Plenty of laps to go in this time. Going to be 23 laps to go at the line. I'll bring it down through turn 3. Sacco hits the stripe. LaBeouf right behind him. We'll see what the time is this time. It actually gained 2.84 last time, 2.880 this time. Baines has fallen way off of it, 4.257. But again, keep in mind, he's at least a good 6 seconds ahead of Derek Fulton in the 19 machine, who just took over the 4th place spot. Fulton started 6th, able to hold that truck up front. Behind him, Ashley Dodson, known as 07. Dodson, again, starting 3rd, fell back, starting, finally gives way back up through the field. Right now, he's 5th. A little bit of a fight back here between Dodson and Fulton, 19 and the 07. Position 4th and 5th. We'll go back to the camera on that. Keep an eye on these guys going down through turn 2. Dodson looks like he's trying an outside line. The 19 of Fulton has a slight bit of damage to the rear end of that 19. Nothing bad. Same exact thing with the 07. A little bit more of an arc with the 07. He won't get it low enough to get a run off the corner. He'll actually slip back a little bit. 2 truck lengths separate these guys from 4th and 5th position. Up front for just a moment. Baines there in the 3rd place spot. LaBeouf. Actually, we're taking a look here. I just realized our leader is in the pit lane. LaBeouf did not follow him. Baines did not do it either. Sacco, 4 fresh rubbers right side of that truck going up right now at the end of pit lane. First pit box. Started on the pole. Right now he has scored 3rd, but that'll change as we cycle back around. Left side of that truck going up. Second fresh can of fuel going in. He'll bring it off of pit lane. And Florida has the advantage of that first pit stall to get right out there and get through those gears. He'll bring up through. That means these other guys are going to have to pit pretty quick, as we're looking at LaBeouf right now in the 1st place spot. We'll see if the 9 comes down pit road this time. We'll bring it off of turn 3. Yes, the 9 of LaBeouf and the 54 of Baines will follow him in. Sacco way over in turn 2. That'll give him the chance to catch back up to these guys. We'll see exactly who the leader is here shortly. I'm going to believe that's Fulton. Fulton's going to have to pit here shortly. He'll hit the stripe, and that'll bring him to 3rd place spot. The reason they show that, keep in mind, LaBeouf and Baines are on the infield in their respective pits, but they've already crossed the start-finish line before Fulton got there. So right now, Fulton will be shown in 1st. Behind him, Jason Keffer in the 33 machine, the 11 of Steve Affont, and the 70 of Michael Clary. Ashley Dodson behind him, but Michael Clary in that number 70 machine, we haven't talked about him all night long. 16th is where he started right now in the 6th place position. We'll cycle around with pit stops. We get back to the end of the pit lane. Brady LaBeouf off and going. Chris Baines right behind him. Huge stretch out there, and it looks like LaBeouf was able to get out of there pretty quick. With that being said, he'll stretch out that, well, might be a 2nd place run between him and Baines. Oh my goodness, a good 20, maybe even 25 truck lengths between those two. Baines has got to get on that flower pedal and catch back up. As we see right now, Fulton, Keffer, Affont, all on pit lane. Those guys will bring their vehicles down for service. You see the 70 of Michael Clary will go to the top of the scoreboard. He'll lead that lap 41. 20 laps to go right now. Your leader, number 70 of Michael Clary. Clary way out front. Fulton again in pits. Keffer in the pits. Affont in the pits. Right now, 2nd place given to the 99 of Gene Roguski. Gene starting 17th right alongside of Clary. That'll bring those guys up front. Able to show off a couple laps, get a couple of points, and at least Clary will by leading. We'll see Clary come down through turn 3. He'll make his entrance actually into turn 2. Turn 3, we're going to see if he comes off and does his pit service for pit for the truck. Still keep an eye on that number 70. 70 down through turn 3. Our leader right now, again, Clary side. He'll arc it high. Will he continue? He will. Down the front stretch he'll go. Lead another lap. Get a couple more points out of that. Fulton right now has exited the pit lane. He'll be down on the backstretch. Scored a second. We'll cycle these guys through here shortly, and we'll still get a better lineup once things go. That all being said, Josh White has moved into the number 6 position, but he'll bring his number 8 machine down to get some service done to that. Second place now, Michael Sacco back on track. Keep in mind, Clary has not made his pit. He's down through turn 2, at least a quarter of a track ahead of Sacco. Clary's still got a pit yet before the final stage here. Trying to find LaBeouf. LaBeouf coming out of turn 1 right now, heading to turn 2. Baines just exiting turn 1 behind him, at least 20 truck lengths. That's been our fight all night long between these three. Michael Clary still on track, showing as the leader right now. He'll come down through turn 3. He arc it way high, almost missing the fence, has lift on the way off, and he'll bring that 70 machine in and give up the lead. Trying to get some service done with 4 fresh Goodyears and some Sunoco racing fuel. Sacco will bring that 29 truck off of turn 3. Still schooling these guys tonight here at Pocono, and he'll lead this lap, and he'll gain right back as the leader as we go down to turn 1. Going to take a look to our second place once they cross the line. Nobody has done it yet. Brady LaBeouf back in line, 9.576 seconds behind the leader. Long ways to go, long way to make up. I don't think he can do it because at this point, Sacco is just schooling these guys. He's got enough tires and fuel to make it to the end. With that being said, keep in mind LaBeouf pitted 1 lap later than Sacco did, and that was able to take and get him back out pretty quick. But the thing is, with that 1 lap later, that was a disadvantage. That's 1 lap pressure tires that Sacco had to get that lead back and get away from these guys. Clary right now, he'll bring that 70 machine back off the pit lane, down into turn 1. That'll bring him back to probably top 10 position. We'll see what happens. Again, when I cycle back around, most of our guys have already been in and out of the pit at this point. Sacco down to the front straight, and that'll bring him as leader one more time in this race. Clary being shown a second. That's going to change rather quickly as LaBeouf hits the line. Will he shorten up that time? He will by a big margin, actually. 9.72 last time. 6.942 for our second place. Going to arc that really high up at turn 1. If he can keep that speed up, within a matter of 5 to 6 laps, he might catch up to our leader and challenge him. But he's got to save that stuff. He is running out of laps at this point in time. 17 laps to go. They're on lap 44. 60 is the goal here tonight. Chris Baines in the 54. He is back in third place position. He's actually fighting the 87 truck for his line right now. The 87, unfortunately, is a couple laps down. Taking a look right now at him. Austin McKinnon, 1 lap down. Let me correct that. He is actually the first truck on the lead lap. He'd be the lucky dog if the caution was to come out. I believe that McKinnon has a little bit fresher tires, maybe a lap or 2 more than the 54 does. But again, Baines is just holding on for dear life in that third place spot. We hit the line again, and it has evened out. LaBeouf, 6.792 seconds right now behind the leader. No big change right now. They've kind of gotten their speed back up. Cut off about 3 seconds when he came out of the pit. Thought it was going to be longer than that, but LaBeouf still on a pretty good line there, going down through turn 2. 1 pit cycled through. It shook up the top 5 a little bit. Derek Fulton, the 19 machine. He is now 4th. He took it over from the 33 of Jason Keffer. Keffer went in a little bit later. He is now in the 10th place spot. Behind him, on Fulton anyways, Michael McKinnon at 13. Keep in mind, McKinnon was involved in our first caution. Actually, unfortunately, was the cause of that caution. Unfortunately, lost it off of turn 1, hit the number 3 of Mullins, and got into a little bit of a wreck. Got that car fixed with a quick repair, the truck anyways. 5th place, started 11th. He is our guy that is on the move right now. No change from 1 to 2. Actually, a little bit, but it's in the negative for LaBeouf. 6.867 seconds now from 6.6 last time around. And LaBeouf is losing a little bit to the leader of Sacco. Sacco just got a fantastic line with that truck tonight, doing a great job with that 29 machine. And I'll tell you, he's just taking his time. He can be back with a teacup and a little saucer inside that truck. He's so smooth with it at this point in time. Coming down through turn 2, the tunnel turn they call it here. That's where the tunnels are to enter the speedway, on the infield anyways. A lot of haulers going through there, campers, etc. He'll catch a lap truck up ahead of him. Looks to be the number 8 of Josh White. Josh White actually still on the lead lap. That's going to put him down the minute that Sacco catches him. Josh White doing his best to stay on the lead lap. Sacco's just biding his time, getting ever so closer to him down in turn one. LaBeouf still on second. Not much change there, 6.72 that time at the stripe. Josh White, a little bit of higher line, still on the lead lap, but that is shrinking as I'm talking. You look at Sacco, about 3 front lengths now. Down to the tunnel turn they'll go. Sacco will be under the tailgate probably by turn 3. You see a little bit of an arc there, higher arc by the 29, but watch the speed he gets off of turn 2. He gets great speed off of turn 2. He'll get to the inside of the number 8. They'll go door to door down turn 3, and Josh White will give up his lead lap. Disappeared there a little bit. Sacco actually come back to the inside, and the number 8 appeared. Josh is fighting to keep on the lead lap. Side by side, they'll go down towards turn 1. Just trying to hold on to what he's got to keep there if a caution comes out. Although Lucky Dog is in his sights. Josh to the outside, he'll go up in the third group, maybe the fourth, just about missed the fence. Able to hold on to that 8 truck, though. 29 will get by him and unfortunately put him down 1 lap. Great racing tonight again with these guys. You're watching on, League Racing TV. My apologies, kind of looking off to my left here. Louisiana Hunters for Heroes 150. Here at Pocono, 48 laps complete, and 60 laps is the ending, the goal for all this. Way out in front. Another lap truck he's going to get up to right now. That'd be, let's see, the 62, I believe, of Roger Brem. Yep, that'd be him. Roger Brem, unfortunately, he's 1 lap down. Going to be 2 here very shortly. LaBeouf in the back. A little bit of a distance gained up, 6.349 last time at the line. But I don't think he's going to have enough time to catch Sacco. Behind him, Baines, a good 6 seconds back from LaBeouf. These guys have really stretched it out here. Fulton right now going down through turn 1, that 19 machine. 18 seconds, 18 and a half, actually off the leader at this point. McKinnon still holding on for a great run in that 5th place spot. Behind him, Affont in the 6th place. Not a lot of challenges going on when we're getting into the closing laps of this race. The number 91 of Tyler Beam in there. He's in 7th. We'll run it down to the top 10. Ashley Dotson right now in the 8th. Stephen Waltrip in the 9th place spot. And what was running at 4th place for quite a while, way back in the front top 3 where they were running together, Jason Keffer in the 33 machine. Actually, Keffer right now down through turn 2, looking behind him. Our leader, Sacco, is just coming off a 1. There's a slight chance he's going to put him a lap down if he catches up. Sacco just bringing these guys to school tonight. I mean, beautiful run. No change between him and the top 3. Again, Bray LaBeouf there in the 2nd place is 6.650 last time at the line. Chris Baines is actually 12 seconds behind the leader. That'll cost him 6 seconds behind 2nd place. Derek Fulton again in the 4th place spot. At the line this time, lap 51. 10 laps to go. If you want to know the distance between our leader, and we'll even call it 4th place spot, look at our leader right now, Sacco, going down the long stretch. Not long pond stretch, but the long stretch down to turn 2, the tunnel turn. If you look there in the tunnel turn, there are some tunnels underneath it. That's why they call it that. If you go down through there, the long pond stretch is actually next from there from turn 2 to turn 3. So here's the deal. Turn 2 is where our leader is right now. We go back to the 4th place of Fulton. Fulton off of turn 1. Big stretch, 19-second difference between him and the 19 back in 4th place. LaBeouf to the outside of 62 of Roger Brem. Brem will let him have it, obviously. 1 lap down, 2 laps down. Brem when he hits the line this time. LaBeouf, unfortunately, is no gain, no loss, but a 6.5 seconds separate the top 2 to get behind him. Baines in the 3rd place spot. Turn 1 actually through the center at the same time. Fulton is exiting turn 3. That's how much of a stretch of a lead that he's got. If you look at that full stretch on the front stretch,